Yes, sir.
Hello. So we have
Yes,
completed the in the coordinate geometry. What is the first topic we have completed? Suraj. Means on which topic? Means on which topic we are? Suraj. I am asking Suraj.
Yes, sir.
Which topic you have discussed? Previously.
So previously.
In the previous class.
Sir, exercise 7.1.
Exercise not I am asking. I am asking to you the topic. Which topic you have discussed? So in the exercise 7.15, on which formula based problems we solve? Tell me. So this is Mansi.
the distance formula.
That's simple. The topic is distance formula. Distance between the 2 points x1 y1 and x2 y2. Distance between the 2 points x1 y1 and x2 y2. Isn't it? What is the distance formula? Any one of you? What is the distance formula?
On the root x2 minus x1 plus whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square.
y1 minus y2 you can say, or y2 minus y1 you can say. So the distance formula here I am writing to you under root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So this is the distance formula. Okay, distance between. If the points are given to you as a x1 y1 and another point, second point is x2 y2 if you are taking it to consider. Okay, so this is the distance formula. Based on distance formula we have discussed in the previous class. Now if you see that question number 9, Q is a point, here it is given to you 0, 1, which is equidistant from the point P and R. And in this R, X is missing, means X coordinate is missing. Find the value of X. So this is equal distance from the 2 points P and Q is nothing but, what can you say? PQ is equals to RQ. RQP is equals to QR. Q is a point here. ये Q point है. ये point, दोनों points P and R से equal distance, and don't consider that P R से equal distance is nothing but midpoint. मत समझ लो. R इधर होता है तो if you are having R here, then midpoint भी हो सकता है, but it's not meaning it is a midpoint. You may have the points like this also. So इधर से इधर कितना distance है, इधर से इधर same distance. ये distance दोनों same है, दोनों but same. So we need to find out it is given to you, the distance is same. So the points are what are given to us, that you have to note down. What are the points given to you? Q is a point 0, 1, P is a point 5, minus 3, R is a point x, 6. Okay, so these are the points given to you. So note down these points here, and let us go for finding if the distance is same, we have to find out the value of the x. Okay, question number 9. So given, what is the Q point given to you? What is the Q point given to you? Do you remember?
0, 1.
0, no, 5, minus 3, I think so. 0, 1, sorry. 0, 1. So the point is 0, 1, and P is 5, minus 3. R is x, 6. Isn't it? Huh? It is okay.
Yes, sir.
Now here given that Q is equidistant from P and R. So this implies Q से P distance QP बोलते हैं and Q से R distance QR बोलते हैं. Okay. So now what is it? QP distance is nothing but x2 minus x1 whole square. So whenever you take here 5 minus 0 whole square plus minus 3 minus 1 whole square, ये दोनों को पॉइंट्स को x1 y1 x2 y2 कंसीडर करें is equals to under root of x minus 0 whole square plus 6 minus 1 whole square, squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. So if squaring on both sides, what do you get here? 5 minus 0 is nothing but squares will be get cancelled. Squares will be, and square root will be get cancelled if you are doing the squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides, if you are doing squares, square root will be get cancelled. And what you are going to get here? 5 square you are going to get 5 square is 25 plus minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4. Minus 4 square is 16 is equals to x square plus 5 minus 1, 6 minus 1, 5, 5 square is 20. We are going to get x square is equals to 16. X square is equals to 16. X square equal to 16 is nothing but x is equals to plus or minus 4. A simple problem this is. सही है? Huh? And do remember that whenever the question is given to you, blindly you are not supposed to remember the question. And कैसे कर दिया है? Sometimes the question may be given to you. P R is equal distance from the P and Q, and P is equal distance from the Q and R. So which is equal distance from the two other points it is giving to you? See here, you may have the point Q here, and P here, and R here. So ये दोनों का distance same है. तो दोनों का distance same. Okay? समझ में आया? Is there any doubt in this? इसमें कुछ doubt है?
No, sir, it is very clear.
Very clear, na? So here, the thing is that here some of the students may think that actually there will be a midpoint formula in the next section form. Section formula में midpoint formula भी होता है. So इधर क्या होता है ना, ये equal distance means Q is a equal distance from P and R. If it is given that, the people may think that Q will be in the middle here, and P and R ये दोनों को equal distance में है. So like this also some of the people may think, but it is not like that. Equal distance is nothing but you may have the 3 points are collinear here, nowhere else mentioned here. Nowhere else it is mentioned that they are collinear. So next problem is, let us go for the 10th problem. In the 10th problem also it is obviously it is given to you like that only. So what is the question given to you? Let us see here. Okay. The question is find the relationship between the x and y. Find the relationship between the x and y such that the point x comma y is equal distance, is equidistant from the point 3 comma 6 and minus 3 comma 4. From the, both the points, and relation between the x and y is asking you to find out. Okay. So in that case, what to do here? Point P, you consider the x comma y as a P, and the other 2 points you consider Q and R. PQ is equals to PR. 3 comma 6 minus 3 comma 4. So the points are here given to you. So first you consider let point P x comma y and Q 3 comma 6 and R minus 3 comma minus 3 comma 4 are the points. So given that P is equal distance from, given P is equidistant distant from Q and R. So that is nothing but PQ is equals to PR. So PQ is nothing but distance between the 2 points. You can take x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 6 whole square is equals to under root of this one. See here, you can take that, sir. If you are writing PQ, ये 3 minus x whole square हो जाएगा ना. If you write 3 minus x whole square, or if you write x minus 3 whole square, both are similar. So in the same way here, you are going to get PR is nothing but x plus 3 whole square, y minus 4 whole square. X plus 3 whole square, y minus 4 whole square. Okay. So now what here? Again, squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. Okay. So what do you get if you square it on both sides? You are going to get x minus 3 whole square. Square root will get cancelled. So you can expand this one also. You are going to get x square plus 9 minus 6x plus y square minus 12y plus 36 is equals to x square plus 6x plus 9 plus y square minus 8x 8y plus what do we get? Anyone? Expansion of a minus b whole square. What do we get? Tell me. The next step, what do we get? Y square minus 8y plus
b square.
now b square is what? B का place में क्या है? What is there in the place of b? 4 is there. 4 square. This I am expanding now. So what do you get? 4 square is 16. समझ में आया ना ये बात? So here x square and x square will get cancelled. Y square and y square will get cancelled. And asking you to find out the relationship between the x and y. So you can take the here as it is minus xy minus 12y. Take to the right hand side, and these terms also you take to the right hand side. All the terms, and left hand side will become 0. So right hand side 6x is there, plus 9 is there, minus 8y is there, plus 16 is there. And this plus 6x, if you take to the right hand side, plus 6x plus 12y minus 36 minus 9. And you simplify this one, relationship between the x and y. No, 10. 12, 9. So 6x plus 6x, 12x. And minus 8y plus 12y. So what do you get? Plus 4y. Plus 4y. And simplify for a plus 9 minus 9 will get cancelled. 36 minus 36. Still anything is left? Minus 36 plus 16. Minus 36 plus 16. So what do you get? Minus 20 is equals to 0. So if from this you can take the 4 also, you can take the common. 4 if you take the common, 3x plus y minus 5 is equals to 0. And this implies 3x plus y minus 5 is equals to 0. So this is the relationship between the x and y if the point is equal distance from the 2 points. समझ में आया? Is it clear?
सर
हाँ, yes बोलो.
सर अगर हम लोग 4 को कॉमन नहीं भी लेंगे तो भी आंसर बैक रहेगा ना?
हाँ, yes. If you are taking not common also, then if you express that relation between the x and y is that one, then also it is right only. It's not wrong here. It doesn't mean that it is wrong. That is also right only. Okay? समझ में आया?
Okay, sir.
Any doubt here? So this is a distance based on the distance formula. Based on the distance formula, you are going to have these problems. Okay. Let us move to the next topic, that is section formula. So what is that? Next one is section formula. Section. So what is mean by section formula? Means section is nothing but क्या है? Secting. By secting, the word from itself it is going to, we are going to get it by section. So cutting into two equal parts. Here, cutting into two equal parts is called as a bisection. Okay, did you get my point? Okay, so here so bisection is nothing but what is bisection formula and how do we use that bisection formula in this chapter. Let us see here. So bisection is nothing but, suppose if you are taking a line, one line, this is a point P, or otherwise you can take the point A, B. A, B points को P is a one point dividing in some ratio. It divides in some ratio. एक ratio में divide करते हैं. So what is the ratio here? Compulsory, the point, one point will divide the line joining the other two points. One point will divide the line joining the other two points in some ratio. So what is that ratio? You need to you can find out the ratio. If the ratio is given, point can be found out. If the ratio is given, point can also be found out. So then it is called as a, the point P is called as a dividing. It is dividing the line segment AB in some ratio. So what ratio it is dividing? That ratio you can find out. Okay. Okay, wait 1 minute, you be on the line. और clearly explain करता हूँ मैं through the presentation here. Is it audible to you and visible? Section formula. So hello, my voice is audible to you?
Yes sir.
No sir, audible.
Hello.
Hello. No sir, voice नहीं आ रही इसकी.
So now you see here, section formula whenever you are taking into consider. So here, if you see here, this paragraph you see, some A is a one point, and B is the your home, and A is a one point here, and T is the one point here, and this is the point here, and this point is dividing the line segment in the some ratio. Okay, so here we are going to learn that how do we derive the section formula, and the derivation is not important to you examination point of view, and apply the section formula to find out the point to which divide the line segment in the ratio, and identify the polarities of the section formula. Means different types of the polarities what you are having. So given 2 points are if it is given to you, and determine the coordinates of the point that divides the line segment in the given ratio. Means ratio will be given to you. If the ratio is given, how do we find out? 2 points A and B given to you there. 2 points. And that 2 points line joining the points are x1 y1 here and x2 y2. 2 points. And here the first point whatever it is given should be taken as x1 y1 and other point should be taken as x2 y2. So P is a point dividing the line segment AB in m:n ratio. So what ratio here? Is it visible to you? That is m:n ratio. But that means nothing but A to P, the distance is m paths. and T2, the distance is n points. N paths, I'm saying, not exactly m. So m is to n ratio. So then here, to find out the distance here, distance between the, we are going to use the similarity of the triangles for derivation. That derivation is not essential to you. So now here, the distance formula is this one. The point P is equals to mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. My2 plus ny1 by m plus n. So that is nothing but the point. Whenever you want to find out, that point can be found out mx2 plus nx1. So according to this formula, any point which divides the line segment in the given ratio, ratio may be given to you. In your textbook, the ratio is mentioned as a m1 m2. M1 M2 means m place may m1, n place may m2. So that you can take into consider. That doesn't matter here. So mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, m by 2 plus n by 1 by m plus n. Okay. So here, if you see the one example problem, let us see. The electricity board is setting up the electric tower between the two villages. Though two villages are there, A and B. This is very important. So if the map of this region is transformed onto the graph, village A is located the point 2 comma minus 1 and village B is at 5 comma 2. Village A is located at 2 comma minus 1 and village B is located at 5 comma 2. So find the exact location of the tower if the distance of the tower from the village A is twice and the distance of the tower from the village B. Village A से वो tower distance double होना है. Village B से कितना distance होगा? So that is nothing but A से tower का distance 2 parts होता है, तो tower से B का distance 1 part होगा. So that then the points of A village will be taken as considered as a 2 comma minus 1 and B as a 5 comma. The ratio is taken as a 2:1. Why is it is given to you 2:1? 2:1 is double it is given. The distance is given to you double. So that's why the ratio is taken. And in this formula, to m place में mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, the distance formula m by 2 plus n by 1 by m plus n. Okay, or you can take into consider the points are substituted in that m place में n 2 and n place में 1 and x2 x1 x2 y1 y2 formula points are taken into consider and simplified. The point you are going to get it as 12 by 3, 3 by 3. So that is nothing but 4 comma 1. So the electric tower should be posted, located between the villages at 4 comma 1. Okay. So this is section formula used to finding the points. Point which divides the line segment in the given ratio. So now here, if the point is divided any line segment in 1:1 ratio, then that point is called as a midpoint. What do we call midpoint? So x1 y1 is a 1 point and x2. Is it audible to you all? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Is it audible to you? Okay. Hello? Can you hear me better?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So here, that is called as a, if you say that centroid is nothing but what is meant by centroid? Do you know? The point of intersection of the medians is called as a centroid. Centroid of a triangle divides the median in 2:1 ratio. The point will divide the median in 2:1 ratio. So this is actually not essential to you in this point. You are not having this part in your syllabus. Syllabus में ये part नहीं है, but you need to remember that till the midpoint. Midpoint, what is meant by midpoint? Then you have to. Okay. समझ में आया ना? So I'm going to now explain to you. Hello. So the formula, as per the textbook, whatever it is given to you. See here, it is not mandatory that you need to take the point, whatever it is given to you. The ratio also, if this ratio is changed, also then you should be ready ratio whatever it is may be given to you. In your textbook the ratio is given as a m1 m2 ratio, and here the points coordinates of the point A is x1 y1 and coordinates of the point B is x2 y2 if you are considering, and the point P can be found out. P is equals to the point P is dividing the AB in m1 is to m2 ratio. If the question is given to you AB, A should be taken as the first point and B should be taken as the second point. Thus A coordinates to be taken as x1 y1, B coordinates to be taken as x2 y2. Here this is the most important. P divides the AB in what ratio? AP is to PB ratio. P divides the AB in AP is to PB ratio. So A to P कितना distance है? P to B कितना distance है वो देखें. P divides the BA in what ratio? BP is to PA ratio. P divides BA, suppose BA I am saying B to A. In what ratio means BP is to PA ratio. So that point to be noted here very clearly. Okay. So now here points P, how do you find out M1, M2 if it is given? M1 x2 plus M2 x1 by M1 plus M2. Here some students will do the mistake that instead of M1 plus M2, some students I have seen x1 plus x2. So थोड़ा सा formulas में concentrate करो. You are having only the three formulas. One is distance formula, section formula, and in the distance section formula you are going to have the midpoint of the line joining the 2 points. So here y coordinate na, sorry, m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. If the ratio is given m is to n, mx2 plus nx1, mx2 plus nx1, first part into x2. So do remember. So P is a point, divides the line joining AB in m1 is to m2 ratio. So then suppose if P is midpoint, P is the midpoint of AB का midpoint होता है, तो then the coordinates of P क्या है? 1 is to 1 ratio. So x1 plus x2 by 2, because 1 is to 1 ratio, 1 plus 1 denominator में 1 plus 1 आ जाएगा. So y1 plus y2 by 2. So based on this, you are going to have the second exercise problems. So let us see the second exercise problems. So what is the first problem here? It is given to you. You observe here. Find the coordinates of the point which divides the line joining -1, 7 and 4, -3 in the ratio of 2:3. In the ratio of 2:3. So what are the points are given to you? The first point should be taken as a x, y, y1. Here the most important point you have to note that in the distance formula, whenever the question is given to you, distance formula में question दे दिया तो there even you can consider the first point as a x2 y2, second point as a x1 y1. But in the case of the distance section formula, the first point whatever it is given to you, that is only x1 y1. Second point is given to you x2 y2, and the ratio is 2:3 ratio. Ratio is given to you 2:3 ratio. So -1, 7, 4, -3 are the points. Okay. So you have to consider the points as the first problem. Let A minus, what is the question given to you? -1,
Seven.
-1, 7, and B is the point 4, -3. So this one is x1 y1, this one is x2 y2, x1 y1 x2 y2, and the ratio is m1 is to m2 is equals to 2:3 ratio. So find the coordinates of the point which divides the line joint. So let, first you have to write, let P divides line joining AB in 2:3 ratio. So here it is given to you 2:3 ratio में divide करके. So and you need to find out the point which divides the given ratio as a 2:3 ratio. So whenever it is given to you, actually ratio whenever it is given to you, you have to remember that it doesn't mean that m1 equal to 2, m2 equal to 3 nahi hai. Ratio is 2:3. m1 is 2 multiple, m2 is 3 multiple. So you can consider that m1 is equals to 2k, m3 is equals to 3k. But if you take 2 and 3 also, because if you take 2 and 3 also, then you are going to get the same answer. But originally, what is the meaning here whenever the ratio is given? Ratio is nothing but m1 can be 4. Suppose m1 I have taken as a 4, m2 I have taken as a 6. ये दोनों का ratio क्या है? वो भी 2/3 आ जाएगा. So that means you may have the 4 and 6 also. You may have the 20 and 30 also. So it doesn't mean that. But if you take 2 and 3 also, you are going to. Why? Because in the section formula, whenever you are taking to consider, what is the section formula you are going to have? Formula is P is equals to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2, m1 by 2 plus m2 by 1 by m1 plus m2. He see here m1 m2 numerator में है, denominator में है, वो भी in the form of plus होगी. So if you take here directly 2 and 3 also, you are going to get the correct answer. Otherwise 2 multiple ले लो. If you take the multiple of 2, your example problems, if you see in your textbook, it is given to you in something different way. If you see the example problems in your textbook, whatever it is given to you, the ratio whenever it is given 3:1 ratio, you can find out the points 3 and k, and you can take into consider that as a multiple of 2 and multiple of 3. Multiple of 2 and multiple of 3 also. Multiple of 2 is nothing but 2k or 3k. So that is up to your choice. Okay. So here if you take better simple way करना है तो just 2 substitute करो. m1 is equals to 2, x2 is nothing but 4 plus m2 is nothing but 3, x1 is nothing but -1 by 2 plus 3, m1 plus m2. Here if you take 2k, suppose I am writing here k, 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 common ले लो, cancel कर लो, cancel हो जाएगा. So that's why it is not essential to you to write that one answer. But originally you need to know that you have to take whenever the ratio is given to you. Whenever the ratio is given to you, then you need to take compulsory multiples. So now here what you get? 2 by 2 minus 3 plus 3 into 7 by m1 plus m2. So 2 plus 3. So this you find out. 8 minus 3 by 5 and minus 6 simplify करना plus 21 by 5. So what do you get here? I'm not able to write there, and you can simplify it. Simplification is very simple to you, and that part I am leaving to you. So whatever the point you are getting, the point is dividing the line joining the 2 points in the m1:2 ratio, 2:3 ratio. The ratio is given to you 2:3 ratio. So like this, the remaining problems, second problem, find the coordinates of the point of trisection of the line segment joining the 2 points. What is meant by trisection? What is meant by trisection? Tri means 3. Section is nothing but equal part. Suppose if you are taking the first point as a, second point as a b. A इधर है and B is a point here. ये दोनों points को line joining करने वाला, वो 3 equal parts में find out करने वाला point find out करना. So 2 points होता है. Trisection points 2 points होता है. So one point is P, another point is Q. This point P divides the AB in what ratio? P divides the AB in what ratio? Can anyone say? P divides the AB in what ratio? See here, इधर से P divides the AB in what ratio? इधर से इधर एक पार्ट है, इधर से इधर दो पार्ट है, दो इक्वल पार्ट्स है. So 1:2 ratio. Either 1 and either 2. So 1:2 ratio. P divides the AB in 1:2 ratio. Q divides the AB in what ratio? A to Q कितना distance है? 2. And Q to B कितना distance है? 1. So 2:1 ratio. So trisection points is nothing but what is 1:2 ratio, another one is 2:1 ratio. 3 equal parts. So like that you can go for the next problem also. See here, if you see this problem number 3, it is given to you. So what is given to you? To conduct the sports day activities in your school. So like this, you try the problems here, whatever it is given to you at home, and the remaining problems, whatever the doubts you are getting, that problems I will explain to you in the next class. So ये problems आप लोग try कर लीजिए, because it is necessary that if instead of each and every problem I am going on explaining to you, instead I explain to you each and every problem, better you try to solve yourself. Once you read the question and try to solve it, and if you not get, and we will see in the next class. Next class with it. Okay? समझ में आया? Questions पढ़ लो.
Yes, sir.
Questions पढ़ लिया तो then you can do it. It's not a very difficult thing. Okay? पहले questions पढ़ना है, then after we can go for